PRP versus PRF. What is actually different and how to use each clinical? Teaching moment. Separate the biology, choosing with the intent, place it appropriately, and set expectation into the patient, okay? So same blood draw, different final products. This is very important. PRP and PRF. In the PRP, you use anticoagulant, liquid plasma fraction, faster growth factor release, 24 hours, more or less, flexible for injection or topical use because it's liquid, and commonly paired with microneedling. Compared with the PRF is the platelet-rich fibrin. It's no anticoagulant, so you need to inject it fast. Fibrin must reform quickly, as lower sustained release profile. This is one of the things that is a key for me. That will make me choose PRF instead of PRP because I want to have longer release of that growth factor, and that the PRF is the one that does to me. Requires prompt handling. You have to be an expert injector or a fast injector in order to deliver this fluid before it gets coagulated. Often choose it for target support. This is a little more viscous, so you can actually use it in the under eye with the cannula is my best technique and is what I would choose instead of PRP and PRF to treat the tear trough. I will use PRF. PRP release fast. PRP is built to release slower. PRP is a faster signal, and PRF is a fibrin support signal. So usually you will get a PRP faster signal release in 24 hours. The PRF take to 72 hours to even 2 or 3 more days of the release of the growth factor. The practical comparison clinician needs. Use this as a short side explanation, okay? Both are autologous platelet concentrated, but they behave differently after preparation. And which one it is, you need to be a fast injector. Clinical factor, PRP and PRF, the anticoagulant usually, yes, of course, the PRP has anticoagulant. The PRF does not have any anticoagulant. There is no any additive that we put on it. Tester, we have liquid plasma, PRP, and in the PRF, a liquid to fibrin matrix, clot tendency is a little more viscous, so you may need a cannula instead of a needle in order to inject it. Handling window, more forgiving. The PRP, you can have the prep and then see another patient or prep your patient like about 20 minutes window. With the PRF, you must use promptly, immediately. It gets withdraw, go to the machine, and the machine immediately transfer to the needle and inject it to the patient. Actually, you should work with that MA next to you to be mixing, okay, moving back and forth the PRF, that way they get coagulated. Release profile, faster initial burst, more in the PRF is more sustaining release partner. Best fit, PRP, broad field, topical injections, even just to cure this on top of after a laser. For the PRF, the best fit is target support, a scaffold-like effect. So you wanted to bring the patient in 3 different sessions to bring that scaffold, especially for the tear trough treatment, and it will be a visual change, feeling, and color change into the patient in the teardrops with the PRF instead of the PRP. When you choose each and why, the product should follow the indication, not the other way around. Choose PRP when you want broad stimulation, more volume for target areas, versatile across the skin, hair, and body. You want to treat the scalp, you want to treat the skin, you can use the PRP, okay? This is one that is going to give you the best growth factor for both if you want to do the 2 different treatments for the patient. Combined with microneedling or devices, ideal to early to moderate concerns. Like, for example, the patient is a young patient and is just want to have a glow, PRP is the key. Under eye darkness, PRP. Under eyes hollowness, PRF. Choose PRF when you want a slower release and longer lasting growth factors, best for advanced healing and tissue regeneration, It's not that the PRP doesn't give you advanced healing and tissue urination, because the slow release of the growth factor is when you have more of the healing and tissue regeneration. Improve skin quality, texture and tone, support under eye. That is my best tool to use it. And patients prefer a more natural and gradual improvement results, okay? Where PRP microneedling fits. PRP is the only one that you can microneedle. PRF is not going to be used for microneedling. Best use is for the texture, the glow. It helps to close the pores. Why PRP fits? It remains liquids, it spreads, even it out, and then also it helps you to gliding when you're doing the microneedling, okay? What is not? It's not a lifting procedure, filler substitution, or single section transformation. This is not going to give them volume difference in the patient. What is how to frame it? We are improving skin behavior over time, not replacing any volume of surgery. Match the product to the treatment plan. Okay, so for example, the PRP is right for microneedling. The PRP is right for injections. It targets soft tissue. And for the scalp, you can use the PRP or the PRF. The protocol will change that if you are intending to inject PRF into the scalp, the injection has to be fast. Choose the product by the clinical job. PRP and PRF are not competitors. They are tools with different handle, release, and replacement logic, okay? So define the goal of the patient, then pick the behavior. If you want to treat color and texture, you can get under eye treatment with the PRP. But if you wanted to look for more lifting effects, okay, for example, and the scaffold, you have to choose the PRF. Match the delivery, injection, topical, microneedling, mesotherapy, style placement, or scalp protocol, PRP. Series of photo maintenance and honest endpoints. So with the PRP, the patient will see in the before and after picture, it will see improvement of the skin. But if you do a before and after picture under the tear trough, okay, the patient will see dramatic difference before and after picture. So you can use the PRF, you can use the PRF to give them the expecting before and after picture in the tear trough. Mapping personalized the result. PRP, as I mentioned before, you wanted to inject in the retrograde line injection across the entire scalp. And for example, for the face, just follow the path of the lines. You can inject the nasolabial fold. You can make bled into the lower lids, make line of injection with 30 gauge injection. You can treat the meridian line. Even you can treat the neck skin with bleds of injections. Thank you so much. My name is Tatiana Sarmiento. It was a pleasure to me to show you in this class. If you want more information, please contact Empire Medical Training in the phone numbers, or you can visit us in the website empiremedicaltraining.com. Thank you for watching.